Been since them shots got fired. And Compton Fire Department is right around the corner.
How long has it been since the gunshots?
It's been like 15 minutes, 10 minutes, about 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah, that's what I...
Shit, I'm about to go grab that blunt. That shit just shook my, you hear me, shook my nerve. That's an everyday thing.
That shit just be nuts.
Worse.
I was gonna say, I mean, we've been doing this.
Worse experiences than that.
It's just standard. This will be 15 minutes before they even come. Any EMT or law enforcement, and they'll say it's for EMT safety, and I can understand that. But when you close down the trauma center at Martin Luther King, and then you got two choices: St. Francis, which is 15 to 20 minutes on a good day with no traffic. If it's traffic, you got a good 25 to 30 minute ride to St. Francis, or Gardena Memorial, which is pretty much the same distance. So if they're not coming for 15 minutes and then it takes you another 15 to 20 to get where you have to go get help, the odds are not in your favor if you're a young black man or Hispanic here in Compton. That's just how it is. Unbelievable.
What it is it's summertime. Matter of fact, if y'all want to keep it, you see this? If y'all want to keep it, and they passed through earlier.
Yeah.
Before.
2 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them were scouts.
That's why I said the same thing. Now they wasn't looking for
Either somebody got hit or somebody missed.
But what's causing the gunfire?
Shit, niggas' heads fucked up. Niggas is broke. Niggas ain't got no way out.
So then,
feel like we stuck.
was
We
that a
boxed
robbery
in.
or that was
Nah, it
retaliation?
was just probably some retaliation or initiation. I don't know. It's the summertime. It's hot around here. Shit just happened.
So what do you think people should be afraid of Compton, LA, or?
I don't know. They scared. That's why they shooting. Niggas ain't fighting no more. They rather shoot a nigga. We killing our own race. It's sad.
Hey, when you said that, I didn't notice that he wasn't here.
What's up?
How you doing?
Anybody has any idea what it was supposed to be about?
Semi-truck, no job for none of us. So we get fed up, go and hit lick just to get that bread up. Hit the county jail where it's raw and uncut. Truth is, I think they want us all to be struck.
Cause I done been with them smoking weed and chilling and drinking and doing some of the same things. This just different. So they already gravitating toward me already, ready to follow me. You know what I'm saying? And, you feel me? So I ain't really worried. I'm worried about the youth. Like I said, I don't really want to get the politicians on my side. That method is through and over with.
But isn't that the same thing that the Black Panthers were saying?
They was trying to integrate
after school.
themselves into politics, though, kind of a little bit. And what I'm saying is, I don't want to deal with the politicians and with the politics. Like I said, we want to do our own thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's too much red tape to go through. Just like something simple, like, okay, potholes on the street right here. All it takes is for somebody to pick up the phone and call and say, go fix the pothole. But because the paperwork and the red tape and all that shit, it don't never happen. So what we saying is, we gonna just fix. All right, we gonna start with our neighborhood and then go to the next neighborhood and go to and possibly the world. If you know, we ain't trying to step on nobody's toes. We just be trying to become self-sufficient as black people. We tired of answering people and depending on them for shit. So we gotta get it out here and get it ourselves.
One of the biggest questions is simply this. In a community like this, how do the people themselves resolve the situation? You can't do it with the police, according to what we're being told. You can't do it with the politicians. And so far, with much of the things that have been said, in rap alone, that hasn't helped. So what now?
Well, I have to reiterate what Jamil said. We got to do it ourselves. You know, we have a lot of money. Contrary to popular belief, there's a lot of money flowing through the city of Compton that's being circulated by our folks, Browns, Hispanics, and African Americans alike. So we can pool the money together. It's just finding somebody trustworthy enough to actually take the money and do with it as it is intended to be done. That's been the problem. We can't trust the politicians to do it because there have been millions of dollars that's been funneled through the city of Compton that has never seen the streets. I mean, and you can just point the camera at the streets and you'll see that somebody is pocketing the money. Because this money, we got so many Fortune 500 companies that are operating in the city of Compton, from Nissan to Ralph's to logistics companies to furniture companies to trucking companies. There's a lot of Fortune 500 companies that are here in Compton. Let them pitch in, since they're making so many millions and billions of dollars being funneled in the hub city called Compton. Then give some of that money back to the city, and let's, like he said, let's create some more community centers. Let's create some more events and sports activities at these parks that are, nothing's going on in the city of Compton. They got a lot of sports events going on at the parks in Carson and Cerritos and Lakewood, but we don't, where's the events that's going on in the city of Compton? We don't have any, and we need those back. When I was coming up, we had them, and we don't have them anymore. So that's my question to the Asia Brown, is when we gonna bring that back? Because personally, I don't have anything against you. I just want to know, what are you going to do? I know you just got in the office, but what are we going to do collectively as a folks? Because it can't just be her. You know, we got to all pitch in at some kind of way. Some kind of way.
You come up against a politician and start raising issues like that, they simply put it back to you and say, listen, politicians have been coming and going for years, for 37 years, you use that number, and nobody in the community has organized as a mass group to either change what's going on or get somebody in the community elected to take the position that you're arguing. So since that's not happening, why should we do for you what you can do for yourself? Yes, the people of Compton pay taxes. There's no question about that. Federal, state, and local taxes. And that's your money. So shouldn't you be more interested in resolving your own problems and getting us to help you than us to resolve the problems for you? That would be the question. And that's what, you know, the politicians as a whole are saying all the time, which basically could be a way to get around doing or a way to saying we will do. So you can take either one of those positions. Police officers' jobs is not to correct the ills in the community. The police officer's job is to investigate and arrest whomever is involved in that. And the politician's job is, if the people in the community have themselves together and the people of the community decide that they're going to vote for all the reasons that make change and not for the reason that they're being told they're going to make change. So what happens now, we just had a shooting here. There were children out on the street. The car had went by several times. Even we saw the car, whether we remember it or not, is not the issue. But this is not something that happens randomly. This happens all the time. And you, being a victim of this, not a victim of the shooting, but a victim of an eyewitness in this on a 37-year basis, you more than anybody should be up in arms, and maybe you and Jamel should be running for political office, as opposed to making rap songs that go all the way back to NWA and before. And so far, none of that's helped. So what now?
Right now, we have a platform with this music. And I agree with everything you said, 100%. And I think our avenue of getting our message across should be one mainly through this music, but in the meantime, in between time, we have to be, as you say, up in arms. We got to be out in these streets, each one teaching one. We're going to have to go back to that. We've gotten away from that. When I was coming up, our mothers and fathers, grandmothers and grandfathers, when something wasn't right, they would boycott it and they would take to the streets. And it's unfortunate that an incident like this Trayvon Martin incident had to happen, but it seems to me that has been the driving force that's getting everybody together. When I seen that acquittal come out, I saw not only African Americans and Hispanics, I saw Caucasians, I saw Asians, I saw all kinds of different races. And to me, that was Martin Luther King's dream right there. Whether we took a loss or gained a victory through that jury decision, to me, I think it was a lightning rod. And I say this is a perfect opportunity to use this to get our generation and the generation that is being attacked right now, our youth, focused on something positive. We have something that we can all come together, black, brown, white, yellow, whatever color you want to call them. We have something right now that we can use to pole vote us into a better change for not just the city of Compton, for every major city that has a ghetto throughout the United States, which has to be the main focus, because as it was said earlier, it's not just a problem in Compton. We can sit here and talk about the gun violence, and 10 more shootings can go on right now, but it's 10 more shootings going on in Chicago. It's more shootings going on in Brooklyn.
Man.
Every borough in New York got a ghetto and a housing tenement somewhere that's got some crime going on. So it's not a new issue, but it's an issue that right now we have a great opportunity through internet and mass media to use to pole vote us into something better, you know. And if it has to be music, then let's use music. You know, we've been using it this past 10 years for all sorts of mediums, you know, and we're not really talking about nothing right now. So let's change the direction of the music. We can still choose the slamming beats and the beats that make everybody bob their head, but let's just put more of a message into some of our tracks on our mixtapes and albums. You know, we ain't gotta turn into preachers on every mixtape and album, but if you're gonna put 12 songs on an album, make 2 or 3 of them something that really count, and that's really teaching somebody something. You know, you making all that money, you can at least do us that much. You can do the next generation that much, because they looking at us through a microscope right now, these young kids, and the spotlight is on us.